My advice to students wanting to be in the Duncanville band is to prepare yourself for a lot of hard work and to be prepared to devote most of your time, especially if you want to, if you want to continue with marching band, because a lot of your time is spent in marching band. You virtually have no band becomes your social life, and so prepare to you have to give yourself to the band pretty much.
To be a good band member, you have to have a lot of discipline and a lot of pride, a lot of spirit, and to keep up with everything and really stick with it.
Oh, we expect every group that we have to be better than the year before, and this year's no exception. This band by November will be the very best band we've had by far performing at Duncanville. It's always a challenge in our group to play and perform precisely given the size of the group. We're over 100 students larger than any other band that's ever been to the Texas contest, and possibly even 150 students larger than any band that's been to the national contest. And adding that many more players and marchers creates many precision problems that have to be accounted for, and that's always our biggest challenge. This particular band is doing very well with that, and we don't expect any problems by November. We feel we'll be very competitive at the national contest. We've competed with some of the bands that have been there before, and I've personally judged a number of those groups in other state contests, and we'll feel that we'll be very competitive. Our goal is not necessarily to win the national contest, because band contests as a rule are very subjective and are basically based on what an individual person thinks of a group. Even though there are objective scoring systems, basically they're still very subjective. So our goal is to perform the best we've ever performed, and I think that the competition will take care of itself. All of our performances are based on repeating the skills enough that they become basically habits that the students can deal with the different aspects of performing without having to think about every single thing, because it involves movement across the field. It involves movement with an instrument or with a flag or with a dancer's arms, and it's impossible to think about every single one of those things all at once. So we'll rehearse enough that the basic movements across the field become habitual, and students will know over a course of weeks very much how to get from one place to another, and then they can deal with concentrating on playing their music the best they can or doing their dancing and choreography the best.
For tough competition, whenever I get real nervous, I just block out the crowd around me and think about what's happening on the field, so we don't really get that nervous then.
The hardest part for me being in flag corps is doing the routine and keeping on step and doing the counts.
The most difficult part about being in the band would be trying to do the flag work and marching on the field at the same time in front of a lot of people. I think the most exciting part about being in the band is when I get to go out there on the field and perform in front of my friends and a lot of people that I know.
All the new girls are doing a really great job out there. It's a lot more difficult than most people really think, having to learn 50 to 60 different spots on the field to go to, the way that you have to go there, keeping your composure all the time, and memorizing a very physical routine, and then having 30 people do it exactly alike and exactly together. It's very difficult, and last year's girls were just one of the best groups I've ever worked with, and this group of girls is following in their tracks exactly on schedule. They're doing a really great job, so I'm very pleased with all of them. Any girl who would like to become a member of the Flag Corps for next year needs to do a couple of things. First of all, they have to have reasonably good grades. They need to pass the first semester. They need to pass all of their classes during the 5th 6 weeks, and plan on coming to a couple of weeks of practice right around the first 2 weeks of May, and we'll be having tryouts right around the middle of May. And if they want to be a part of the group, they definitely have to do those things. And it never hurts to find some of the girls who are already in the group and start practicing with them a little bit. Go ahead and get a little bit ahead of schedule. That can work.